Hey everybody, it is the 28th of December and it is about 55 degrees out today, which is warm enough for me. There's not a lot of wind and we've only got 2 days left before the boating season is officially over. December 31st is the end of it and I can't come back out again until March 15th. But in all likelihood, I won't be out again until April or May, whenever we start getting nice warm weather again. So I just thought I would have one last trip out here today. We don't have long, we got maybe an hour before the sun's going down. Again, this time of year, the sun's going down before 5 o'clock and it's already almost 3. So I think what we're going to do is go out into the main channel, go downstream a little ways. There's a cove that has a small island in it, and I think we're going to go down and take one lap around the island and come on back. And that'll be my last outing for the year. So let me get on with it, and I'll see you when we're a little bit further down, heading on out of the cove here. Alright, now that I've been out here for 10 or 15 minutes, I don't know if we're going to make our way all the way down to that island or not. We're still in the cove where the boat launch is, but I decided I wanted to come over and get up close to shore. There's somebody's seat cushion from their boat. I don't have my rods sticking up behind me, and I don't have my motor sitting down below me. So basically I can go anywhere I want in very, very shallow water. I can creep along under the edges of the branches. And I know that while there is a sort of stark beauty to it all, I'm actually finding it a little depressing being out here. I'm used to seeing, at the very least, you know, bright green, but in the autumn it's all beautiful colors and everything, and now it's just bleak and barren and there's nothing. Like I said, it's got its own sort of stark beauty in its own way, but it is definitely not what I'm used to seeing. So we've still got to go all the way down around that point, not this one in front of us, but the one out there. We got to go around that just to get out into the main channel. So we'll get out to there, see what the conditions are like. We can always just continue hugging the shoreline. If we stay on the shoreline and go down, there's another cove. If we went through the woods right here, there's another big cove over there that's pretty interesting. So we might just head over there and stay on this side of the water. I don't know if I want to cross over the open channel today. The water's really, really cold. It's unlikely that I'm going to end up in it by any, you know, accident or anything like that. But if I do, I want to be close to shore today. I'm all bundled up. You know, I'm not really geared up for swimming if I had to. And as I said, the water's really, really cold today. So I think we're just going to hug the shoreline, get a little exercise, get a little outdoors. Wrap it up for the last outing of the year. Not the last outing of the decade, as a lot of people seem to want to say. This is only the end of the 9th year of the decade. We still have one more year to go, but this will be the last outing for the year. So, alright, I need to get out around that point out there, and we'll be out more or less into open water. So sit tight and I'll see you out there on the main channel. That's the kind of green hair algae I have in all my tanks. Alright, so this is the cove I was talking about. If I was going to go down to where that island was, we'd have to go all the way down on the other side of the channel, down to that cove, and then in there is where that island is. So I think we're just going to make one loop around this cove here, and by then it'll be about time to start making our way back. You can see the end of that stick right there has been chewed off by a beaver. There are loads of beavers around here. So for as steep as that shoreline was and as fast as that water dropped off, as soon as we come around the bend here, this is actually fairly shallow back here. I don't know how deep it is all the way out in the middle, but I know if I was walking, I could walk 2/3 of the way out there. This is a giant weed bed in the end of the summertime. Got a couple of geese down here. Let's go see if we can scare them away. Getting nervous. It's probably about the most exciting thing that's going to happen today. Alright, let's go have a look at this shoreline over here. Look at some more fallen trees. It'll be interesting to see once we get up in this far corner around the bend up there. There's a stream that flows in, and depending on how full the reservoir is, it depends on how far up that little stream I can get. So today there won't be any weeds in the way, there won't be any, I mean the reservoir is as full as it can be, there won't be any weeds in the way. I don't have my motor hanging down below us. A little turtle plopping off a log over there. I saw it go in, but I missed it. Oh, there's a couple right there. Let's see if we can get close to these. There goes one, and there goes two. There's some kind of egg sack down there. I don't know what that is, but there's a bunch of them. And there's a lot more wood around the corner here, so we might actually see a few more turtles when we go around the bend. I can't believe those geese are still squawking at me. Don't see any more turtles, so let's get down in this corner and see what we can see. This will be our destination. After this, we'll turn around and start making our way back out. Now, normally I can't get much further than about right here. Ooh, wow, look at that turtle. And I don't know if the glare is in the way or not, but that's a big one. I can't believe he's just sitting there with me doing all this right over his head. Try to come up on him again from this angle. I don't know if you can see him or not right there. That's a big one. Can't believe how lethargic he is. I guess it's the cold water making him slow. Alright, let's see how far up here we can get. I was wrong about the geese. That turtle was a lot more exciting. Alright, well that didn't amount to a whole lot, did it? Alright, maybe someday I'll get out and we'll take a little stroll up that stream and see where it goes, but I think this is as far back as I've ever made it back here. Alright. See if that turtle's still out here. I don't see him. I think he must have finally moseyed on away. All right, everybody. We now have to go out and around. I can see something making its way across the water out there. I don't know if it's that goose or it might be a beaver. I think it's that goose. It looks too far up and out of the water to be a beaver. With a beaver, you can usually see the, the movement in the water, the line of the water, but you don't actually see the animal up above the water. And this, I can clearly see sticking up out of the water, so that's got to be that goose. Let's go scare him away again, see if we can get him to squawk at us some more. Alright everybody, I give up. Just powering my way out trying to catch up, but he's swimming steadily away from us. I thought he was swimming across. He's swimming that way. I give up. I'm not worried about him anymore. But I did see all this beaver activity over here, so I thought I'd pull off to the side, take a little bit of a break. Anybody that has never seen how much damage a beaver can do and how much wood a beaver can chew up, you'd be surprised. I don't know how well they're coming out or not, but if you can see all these little sort of stumps of trees, maybe anywhere from this big around to like that big around, all of those are gone. Those are all from beavers. And then of course all the damage you're seeing here, these fallen trees. I mean, if you look at the size of these wood chips, and then of course you see all the stripped down wood that's under the, let's tear that piece off. So that tree just fell. It was so chewed through, me pulling on it actually knocked the thing over. And you can see the size of the chunks they take out of this stuff. I mean, they make the chips of wood coming off of a chainsaw look silly. You'd have a hard time making chips of wood like that without a hammer and chisel. Alright, that water is cold. If we could get out and walk, we could just cut right across there and we'd be back by the boat launch again, but we got to go out and around the long way. You can see all that's beaver damage. Not really sure what I'm getting ready to move over top of here. Alright, we're good to go now. We're out in open water again. Alright everybody, I'm gonna get on with it. I'll see you up around the bend. We'll find some interesting woodwork while we're out here today. I do have one other place I want to swing back, check out on the way past. Be a minor little detour, something to do. We've still got a little time before the sun goes down. Alright, we're now rounding the bend, coming back into the cove with the boat launch in it. And within the main cove there are smaller little side coves, and one of them right over there has a little stream that flows into the back of that. And once again, with the water being as high as it is and the vegetation being down and everything, I figure it's worth paddling on back there and checking out. And then from there we'll head our way back to the boat launch. Definitely feels different coming back out here this time of year. So we're making our way down into this corner down here. And it's not going to be anything too exciting, just a little stream that flows in. Once again, we won't be able to go very far back up in it or anything, but it's a destination, it's something to do, something to aim for. And then, as I said, once we finish up there, we'll make our way back out and we'll just go on up the shoreline and head on back over towards the boat launch and call it a day. The sun is getting very low in the sky, so I don't have too much more time out here. Anyway, alright, let's see what we can see back here. Well, what we can see is a fallen log right across the stream, so I wouldn't have been able to go any further than this anyway. Although I don't know how much further, even if this wasn't here, I don't know how much further I'd have been able to go. Oop, I'm already hitting sand. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to go any further than this anyway. It's pretty much just right there. But the stream makes its way on out and around. I guess a little part of it comes through there too. So let's see if we can get out of this muck on the bottom. And we're free. Alright, let's go over this way and see what we got going on. A lot of times I'll see turtles back here too. Although it's getting a little late in the day for them to be out sunning themselves anymore. There's not much sun left. Yeah, I normally see turtles lying all up on these branches through here. I don't see any today. Alright, we're gonna come up around here and wrap it up. Alright everybody, we've got a little bit of daylight left, so I decided to come on one last little detour. We've come past the boat launch and we've come on up into the very, very back corner of where one of these little feeder streams comes into the cove that the boat launch sits in. And that is ice. You can hear all that weird noise. That is actually ice still sitting on the surface of the water. That's weird. It must not ever get sun back here. So we are going to go all the way up into this corner and see how far up this little stream I can get, because I've come up here in the summertime and I can get pretty far. Well, when I say pretty far, I mean, 20-30 feet up into the, what's definitely stream and no longer reservoir. So let's see what we can do today. And it looks like there's ice back here too, so I'm going to actually have to do some ice breaking in my kayak. All right, well, it looks like we can't get very far back up here at all, can we? All right, well, for somebody that never likes to go outside when it's cold out, never thought I'd be bashing my kayak through ice. But now that I have, I want to bust some more of it. It's pretty thick too. Alright, let's see how far up on the top of it we can get this time. That's maybe an inch thick. I can't get a piece of it. There we go. Alright everybody, we can most definitely say that is going to be the last outing of the year. You can see a little bit of a rainbow in the sky right there. So let's go crash through some of this little bit of ice and we'll call it a day. Not quite. Alright, I think we're going to get through it this time. Right. Now under this bridge, under that next bridge, and then we're at the boat launch. Went from breaking ice to paddling through what looks to be an underwater kelp forest, but that's not kelp. I don't know what kind of plant that is. Alright everybody, I'm calling it good this time for real. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.